Hi guys, so I'm going to do another video. Um, this video is going to be along with the series Working and Breastfeeding, and this topic is going to be bottle feeding a breastfed baby and ideas for daycare and others. And basically this is really a good way to help transition a baby from the breast to the bottle, and then also so you don't have problems from the bottle back to the breast. And it also really helps with overfeeding. So this is really actually good for a mom who formula feeds as well, or who breastfeeds but strictly pumps. So baby's constantly on bottles; they're not on the breast. Um, just because it also helps with the issue of overfeeding. And overfeeding can be done with, human milk just as it can be with formula because of the bottle. It's the bottle that my hair is like crazy. That is the problem. So I thought I'd do this video based on this study that has come out. You can pretty much Google paste feeding or baby-led feeding, baby-led, I think is what they call it. And it works so good. And I've seen this back in 2012 or 2013 when I was doing a breastfeeding support group. One of the moms came in and her baby was about 4 months old, and she told me, I'm really struggling because she's sucking down 4 to 6 ounces and she's really little, and I feel like it's more than she should be eating. And she said, or you know what, I take that back. She's 4 months, but she was sucking down 6 ounces or more sometimes of milk out of a bottle when mom would give the bottle. So she felt like, okay, maybe I'm not feeding enough. And she's like, she's real, she cries, she's really like, and then when I give her the food, she's frantic. So I'm like, okay, let me see, let me see it, let me watch. So we gave her the bottle, and I had just been to the conference where they showed this baby-led bottle feeding. So when the mom, gave the baby the bottle, her eyes were like this, and her hands were like, and she looked like, in a way, she looked like she was starving, and she was sucking down that bottle. But I took the bottle, and from it not being like this, but did it this way, she stopped and she smiled huge, and her hands released. Her whole face just went from that frantic to just relaxed. She sucked a little bit, and then she'd smile at us and laugh, and then she'd suck some more, and then I torture, and then I lifted it back up, and then her face did that again. It was like, so what we realized was her face expression was because she had all this milk coming at her, and she had to drink it quickly because she couldn't stop it. So it really works. And I just thought, wow, what new wonderful information I wish I had for my kids. So some tips for this baby-led. Now, I want you to see I'm going to post a link that will show you what it looks like as well, as I'm going to kind of show you with my daughter's baby doll. And my nephew made a bottle for her with some leftover yarn he had. So I'm going to kind of show you. So with baby-led, the bottle should be in this position and not like this. Think of it like, if it's like this, it just drips. And typically when I would teach a class, I would actually have a bottle and I would put like some water in it, and then I would tip it, and I would show them how it just drops. They don't have a choice. And when they're really little, they don't know how to like stop that, like to bite the nipple, to keep it from happening. So they just kind of like suck it, and they can finish a whole bottle just because they don't know how to not, So when you hold the bottle in this direction and the milk is only in the tip of the nipple, then the baby's able to suck and then breathe, you know, nothing's going to be coming out at it. The baby can feed as she or he does on the breast. You know, they'll be really, really hungry and they'll suck and they'll eat, and then you'll kind of have to tip the bottle as it empties. But you don't want to do this. You just kind of want to like make sure just the tip. That way the baby can stop and breathe and suck a little bit. And when they're done, they're done. And you'll find that they didn't finish that whole bottle you thought they were going to finish. So, some of the tips for bottle feeding a breastfed baby is to feed the baby when the baby shows hunger cues and not on schedule. So, if a daycare provider is willing to do this, you don't want to wait for the baby to cry. You want to see when the baby's licking their lips, when you touch their cheeks and they're, moving to anything that touches their cheeks. Their hands are moving, things like that. You want to hold the baby very close to you, and you want the baby to be up in an upright position. Let me see if you can see this. So you're going to be doing this, not this. So this is the proper way you want to hold the baby and the bottle. So you're going to hold the baby close to you, keeping them upright. So you're able to give them the control. Like I said, if they're flat and the bottle is this way, they have no control. But if they're sitting up this way, they have all the control. So hold the bottle vertically against their lips as you would your finger to say shh. And when he reaches with his lips, tip the bottle horizontally into his opening mouth and let him draw it in himself, so his lips close on the fat part of the bottom nipple, not just the skinny part. So kind of like back here. So basically, you're gonna put the bottle like this, and then you're going to kind of like just tickling their lips, and then letting them draw the nipple into their mouth. And again, I'm gonna have like this on a link so you can see it done. Keeping them upright so the bottle is nearly horizontal when it's in his mouth. The milk won't pour into him automatically, and he'll have much more control, and you'll hear him sucking. Now, you might hear sucking air, but it will just come out of his nose, okay, because of the way you have him held, or her. Let's see. If he gets tense or gulps, tilt the baby and the bottle slightly forward so the milk drains away. So if the baby starts to seem, panicky, or they start gulping, just, lift the baby up a little more and tip this, instead of having it down, kind of go down a little bit, bringing the milk a little less in that nipple so that it's not as much, because it could be getting a little more than he needs. So that's if he gets tense or starts to gulp. Let him pause and take breaks. So that's what they do on the breast. So they're going to suck, and then they're going to stop, and then they're going to suck, and they're going to stop. So you don't want to rush the feeding. Let them take the breaks when they want to. When you think he's nearly full, twist and remove the bottle. So you're going to twist like this, which will open the mouth a little bit, and then you'll be able to pull the bottle from his mouth. Immediately offer the bottle again to see if he wants more. If he takes it, offer another 10 sucks or so, and then remove it the same way, and then offer it again. Finally, if he just keeps his lips closed, this reduces the risk of overfeeding. If he routinely doesn't finish the bottle, put less in it. You're going to twist, you're going to pull out, and then you're going to touch his lips again. And if he opens or she opens, then you let him take it back in, let him suck a few more times, take it out, try again, until they stop. They do not open their lips. And then if there's any milk left over, just throw it out. This is what you do with formula. You do not have to do this with breast milk. If there's milk left over, don't throw it out. Just put it in the fridge, and you can reuse it again. Just as long as you use it within that day. Don't put it back and use it like the next day. Just put it back and use it at the next feeding. And if the mother is going to come soon, so this is like if I were talking to a daycare provider, but if I were just talking to you as a mom, you would tell the provider to try to distract the baby, and if they have to, just give him small little amounts until you get there and you're ready to nurse him. And again, be good about like calling if you know you're going to be a little bit late, or if you know you're going to be early, so that you could possibly get there, and feed them before they would feed their last bottle feed. So that is how you would pace feed. I hope that's pretty simple. I'm going to again put a link below so that you can kind of see it. But I wanted to just do like a simple, and the link has all these tips that I just read, so you can actually print them out and give them to your daycare provider, and it shows them how to feed the bottle to your baby with breast milk that will help you with the transitioning between the breast and the bottle. So I hope that helps everybody. I hope that's a good video. I hope you like it. Please subscribe and keep watching. Any comments or questions, please feel free to email or comment below, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.